Hey y'all, it's me, and let me tell y'all know I'm so excited to say this, bruh. Welcome back. If you didn't watch my last video, what are you doing? Yeah, I've been waiting to say that. So, hey y'all, it's me. Welcome back. I'm back with another video. And this one, as you can see by my random intro, is about my HBCU, Harris-Stowe State University. So we gonna get into it. So y'all, yes, it's called HARRIS-STOWE State University, and it is located in St. Louis. May I mention the only HBCU in St. Louis? Flexing. So it's in St. Louis. That's about what 5 hours away from me. I'll be getting there in like 4, but yeah, y'all, so Harris-Stowe is a public four-year university. It is a HBCU. A lot of people don't know that, but it is a HBCU, and it's the only HBCU in St. Louis, like I said. So just those are the quick facts, I guess you can say. It's in St. Louis. It was founded in 1857. Period. And it officially became a university in 2005. So although it maintains relatively small, it's growing extremely fast. And I know that when I came in 2018, we were considered the biggest class, and the classes continue to grow every single year. And so, yeah, so let's get into some more facts, you know what I'm saying, some of the nitty gritty. I'm sure a lot of you might be wondering about cost, right? If you're not a prospective student, or even if you're a current student, I would hope that you know, but you know, prospective students or others rather. You can find a lot of this information on the website, but I'm going to go into a little bit of it. So Harris-Stowe is actually really affordable. For a quality education, you know what I'm saying, a quality degree, you'll find that most schools are, I'm sure most of you know that most schools are well over $30,000. But Harris-Stowe is well under $30,000. And so I have here, when it says on the website, there's different situations per student, but the highest estimated average annual cost for a residential and out-of-state student. So remember, this is for residential, meaning you're staying on campus, or you know, you're going through housing with the school and you're from out of state. For those students, the estimated average annual cost is $21,616. Now that's still pretty, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that that's like easily feasible, but that's still pretty cheap in comparison to many other universities, especially to Missouri's neighboring universities, which were close to, like SLU's, St. Louis University, and Washington University, which are great schools, but by comparison for price, Harris-Stowe is extremely affordable. Now, like I said, that's for a residential and out-of-state student. So if any one of those factors are different for you, then that price is going to be different for you as well. For example, for me, I'm from Illinois, but with Illinois students, I don't know if this is the same, but when I came in, Illinois students get they get the privilege of being priced as in-state tuition. So I got in-state. I'm also on scholarship, which brings me into a really great next point. A lot of people, I feel like, underrate this about Harris-Stowe as well, but even though we aren't the biggest school and don't have the biggest money pot, they give away some of the biggest, you know, awards to students. Students from all over get so many different scholarships. Like I said, me being one of them, and I'm super thankful. So there's different levels of scholarships, of course, the highest being presidential, and most people that I know get that, you know what I'm saying, which is a great thing, which means, if you don't know, a presidential scholarship is a full, meaning that you basically going to school for free. I know, whoop whoop. Everything is covered, room and board, tuition, you know, everything that you can think of, books, housing, all of that is included. And so, but that's not what I have. That's what I had. That's for a different video, I guess, that story, but I kind of messed that up. So now I still have a great scholarship though. I have the Board of Regents, which is full tuition, which leaves, I believe, just room and board. So yep, we're working on getting that covered. Yeah. So something else that's really great about Harris-Stowe, by the way, I'm giving y'all the honest tea, you know what I'm saying? Something else that's really great is the student to faculty ratio. So first, let me say why this is important. Again, if you don't know, student to faculty ratio is basically in a classroom setting, how many students will there be for each faculty member, for each professor. And so Harris-Stowe's student to faculty ratio is only 15-1. I know. I'm going to say that one more time. One more again. Run it back. Harris-Stowe's student faculty ratio is only 15-1, which means that, and like I said, this is the real tea, y'all. So I can say from personal experience that all of my classes have never been more than 30 people. And like I said, that 15-1, that's average, but 30 people is max. And if you're familiar with how these classes can often go at universities, then you know for some of these big universities, you just might be in a room with dozens of people, 100, over 100, you know what I'm saying? Which is a great thing, or which the small student faculty ratio is a great thing, because you want to be able to get personal with your classmates and especially your professor. Something that some of you guys' parents or other figures probably already told you is that you want to build those connections. As the saying goes, it's more so about who you know, not what you know. So although you want to know what you're talking about, but building connections is what's going to really push you further. That's what's going to help you if you need some extra help from your professor. That's what's going to get you specific opportunities or leverage over your classmates by building those connections, you know what I'm saying? And it's harder to do that when faculty and staff, they have more people to figure out who they are. So that's a great student faculty ratio. My smallest class was probably like 10 people or less. So you know what I'm saying? Because we just got it like that. So as far as housing goes, right, Harris-Stowe, like I said, it is still relatively small. So how they do their housing is that they have 2 actual residence halls on campus, physically on campus, and then they usually have a contract with an outside, which isn't far, but an outside apartment building, or student living building, which is what I stayed in this past year. Now, freshmen, that's who they usually try to concentrate on campus. They mix it in a little bit with some upperclassmen, but you know what I'm saying, since they have limited space on campus, I guess they figure it would be better, you know what I'm saying, if you're a freshman, you would probably feel more comfortable, and it would be easier for you to get acclimated if you didn't have to travel back and forth from campus. You know what I'm saying? It's your first year, so they want to make you more comfortable, and they want to make it easier for you. But with that being said, being off campus is actually something that I really loved. I had my own apartment this year. This past year, it was my sophomore year. And it was great. It was a great experience. Most people that I know were very pleased with it. And so it's a good area. We shared the building. Like I said, it's an outside apartment building, and we shared it with SLU, St. Louis University. So it was also a good, feeling to get to be around, different people in a diverse setting. You know what I'm saying? That was always cool. But yeah, so there's 2 residence halls called Bosley and Gillespie. My freshman year, I stayed in Gillespie gang. That's the best residence hall. I'm joking. They kind of have this thing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's Gillespie and there's Bosley, and they're both really nice, right? So another thing is that a lot of people don't really realize how great Harris-Stowe's living situation is compared to other schools as well. Gillespie, right? So it's suite style, meaning that there was 4 different private bedrooms, all in one suite. And there was a shared kitchen. There's a shared common area, kind of like a living room. And there was 2 bathrooms. So 4 private bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a whole kitchen, full kitchen, stove, everything, refrigerator, cabinets, and a couch, in the living area with a table, a nice little dining table, a couch, and some chairs. You know what I'm saying? A really nice situation. And so I didn't really feel, too closed in or anything like that, really limited my freshman year, because Harris-Stowe's housing really makes you really comfortable. Okay, now, prospective students, current students, other. Y'all want to know the real tea? You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to know the real tea, right? I really like Harris-Stowe on some real stuff. You know what I'm saying? So every school has its downsides, right? But let me tell you, you're not going to really get a better experience, in my opinion, right? You know what I'm saying? I only have my experience to speak off of. But for everything that you're getting, you know what I'm saying? Great community, great education, great degree, you know, all the resources that you need, tutoring, special communication with your teachers, online courses, all of these things that they offer you, you're not really going to get it, I think, for a good price and still be comfortable wherever you're living, still be comfortable and find a good group of people to spend time with and, you know, spend your undergraduate experience with. And so I think that's probably what I found most attractive. The people there, it really does. You'll probably hear everybody say this, but it kind of does feel like, you know what I'm saying, a family. Like everybody knows everybody. It's not too big, so you see people, you speak, you see the same people, you know what I'm saying, and y'all start to, you know what I'm saying, get to know each other. But that makes it so much fun. Undergrad is something where you'll never get these days back, you know what I'm saying? Like me being a junior now, it's crazy. Can't believe it, but it just makes me think about how short this time really is. And so you don't want to just waste, you know what I'm saying, your undergrad years just doing anything, or you don't want to waste it away thinking that it doesn't really matter, because it does. And after this, you know, they tell you, this the tea, they tell you, right, when you go to college that stuff gets real. No, after college, that's when stuff gets really real, okay? So just, you know, I guess to keep it short, you want to enjoy those years. And Harris-Stowe, I think, allows people to do that very easily. So, and also the tea, right? So the biggest thing for me, the biggest downside, I think, is that because of the size, right, there are going to be implications that come with it being small. You know what I'm saying? It's a small school. So probably I would say the few biggest ones are that a lot of people don't know about it, which isn't a bad thing unless we're talking about, you know, people who matter. You know what I'm saying? Of course, just, I don't want to say regular people, but regular people. You know what I'm saying? They can have your opinions, and that's their opinions, and that's okay. But, you know, you do have the worry that when you talk about, you know, employers and people who are, you know, looking to employ you, you want them to be able to say, oh, they went to this university? Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I would say in St. Louis, it is like that because Harris-Stowe has so many connections, which gets me to a next point. But, you know, just otherwise, you do think about, you know, okay, it's a small school. How far is this name going to take me? But please don't let that stop you. So, yeah. Another thing I would say, one of the biggest things that could be a downside for me, and I think others, is that because it's so small, you might have trouble, I would say, with certain classes. Like, for example, I'm pretty sure it's like this at every school. You know, it's not specific to college either. College, high school, just wherever. You would need a certain amount of people to hold a class, right? So I think that a university or a school doesn't want to hold a class and there's only 3 people. They want to be able to you know, make sure that the resources, the teachers' time, and everything is being spent wisely. And so at a small school, you might have an issue where there's only a few people that need the class that you need, but you need the class, but they might not really hold it, or they might cancel it because there's only 3 or 4 people enrolled. And so as you could imagine, that could get pretty frustrating. But Harris-Stowe does a great job at making sure that they have, you know what I'm saying, everything that you need on a list, your degree audit, everything that you need for your degree. And it's very thorough. That's something that you can find for yourself and look at it and make sure that they offer the classes that you need. But yeah, one last thing, right? So again, I'm giving y'all the honest tea, you know what I'm saying? The biggest thing, one of the biggest things maybe, I don't know what y'all interested in, but I'm sure that y'all want to know, you know what I'm saying, what the life, you know what I'm saying, the life is like. And it's pretty lit, you know what I'm saying? So like, there's so many different things you can get into to make it lit as well. Like me, I'm an SGA. If you come into Harris-Stowe this year, 2020, 2021 school year, we lit, okay? And so yeah, the party scene is lit. There's always gonna be parties going, you know what I'm saying, to go to have fun, to unwind. Just make sure, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna save all of this. Mama, big sister, daddy-daughter advice for another video. But, you know, you always want to be safe. You always want to make sure that you're getting your priorities straight. You're not going to a party for the wrong reasons. All of that kind of stuff, right? But it's there. So, that's the tea. Yeah, y'all. So, I'm really excited if you're watching this for many reasons. Just like, thank you for watching my video. But also, check out HARRIS-STOWE if you don't know about it. If you coming, period, we lit. Welcome to the fam, damn, period. But nah, for real, I'm excited for the year, and I'm excited to see all of your beautiful faces. So yeah, thank y'all for watching. Tune in. Bye.